Tesla delivery center. There's the Fiat 500e, which we're trading in for it. Buy car. I'll do a review and a 1-year ownership update and all that. So I'll kind of do a couple of different videos on this car right off. This isn't like the full review. There's going to be a full review. There's going to be a video why I configured it the way I did. Why I got it over a used Model S, which actually would have been kind of similar price-wise. My next video will be just like interesting features of like kind of Teslas in general, but especially the Model 3. Let me know in the comments any other videos you can think of. You know, I definitely want to do as many videos as possible on this car because I know a lot of potential owners just love, including myself when I was waiting for it for 2 years, love watching videos on it. I'm also going to be testing out against an all-wheel drive model that our friends are getting, see how much faster it really is, how it drives differently, things like that. All right, walking in now. Fun fact, I've never driven a Model 3 before. An S and an X, yes. Oh, hey, that's like the same exact spec as my car. Their color and wheels and everything. Huh, interesting. And they got a Model S as well. Very cool. Very nice showroom. This is like their main place for Dallas. They do the service and stuff here as well. All right, so here's what they do to deliver. That one's ours, as I get run over by that one. Hey, it's all Model 3s. It's kind of interesting. There she is. Yay. Looks exactly like the one on the showroom, but very cool. All right, so initial drive impressions, it is insanely quiet, and it's actually pretty comfortable as well. Luxury wise, you know, I compared to the Germans because that's what I know well. I've, you know, I've owned the C-Class and A4 in this generation and then reviewed the current 3 Series. I think it's up there luxury wise. Like, ride quality is very good. It's very, very quiet. You hear wind noise, but it's not actually louder. You just hear more wind noise because you don't have the engine. Home to do exterior impressions of it. I definitely like the wheels on this one. They are the upgraded ones. They're very similar to the ones on the Performance. It was worth the money for me. The Aero wheels might do it for you. The front I like. I think it looks modern. It looks a lot better in person. I will say, I do kind of still wish this was sloped off a little bit more. So I think I kind of like the Model S better there, but overall it is just a good looking car. I definitely like back here how it has the hatchback look, even though it's not really even a full hatchback. It's, you know, at least it has that look to it. Let's see, so the trunk, weirdly enough, does go up there, but not a full hatchback, which was kind of interesting. It does go super deep, the trunk, though. And then, of course, you can put your charger and stuff over here and accessories. And then there's also this little area down here where you can also put things. So that's kind of nice. Lots of storage on this guy. On to the interior. I like it, especially with the premium, which right now, if you're getting this car, it's probably what you're getting. You're probably getting the premium, so you get this Alcantara here, which is really, really nice, and kind of this leather look material here. This is the release for the door. There is a manual override here. You can kind of like pull up, but they don't recommend that because it doesn't lower the windows, so that's that. But yeah, I do like the open pore wood on this guy. The screen is just, it's bigger than like an iPad Pro, or at least as big, I would think. The seats are actually really nice. The material, the leather-like material, is very, very nice as well. Nice big console here with lots of, it actually goes forward a little bit, which is neat. And then, of course, there's this space here under the phone chargers. There's more space down here. It goes insanely deep. I kind of wanted to show you that. So that was cool. These aren't really first impression-y kind of things, but they are things I noticed like right away when I got into the car. Like, hey man, this has a lot of storage in it, and then there's big cup holders there and like 2 cup holders there. And then the glove box, of course, you've probably seen this before, but I think it's cool. You just go, always hit the car, and then just hit glove box, and then poop, it goes magically down. They give you a little cleaning cloth and things like that in there, which is kind of neat. Also, before I get started on like drive impressions and stuff, it does have like the helicopter-esque windshield of the kind of Model X really. It comes really far up. And then of course the pano roof, this is pretty standard up here, but look, it's a continuous piece of glass all the way to the back there. I thought that was pretty cool. These seats are pretty comfy in back, good leg room. I'll talk more about it. I do wish they were angled a little bit more aggressively, because there's like a gap between your legs, or your thigh and the seat there. That's really the only thing I can say about that. Now you might be able to hear the climate control, because again, there's no engine. Let me show you that climate control. It looks like there's just like a space down there, and then like the vent in there. Hope the audio is not too terrible on that. And then this is kind of what it looks like. So you can split it and have the air coming out of two places. I'm not sure I love that. I like how, oh wow, that's how you get to the rear seat heating. I didn't even know if this car had that necessarily. That is so cool. Yeah, when you go into climate, see there's like a little picture of a person there, and it's very accurate, and you can just move this around. Like I put it over here, and sure enough it was like on the left side of my face, and then I put it like right here, and it was blowing right like the air in my face. It's really impressive how you can kind of configure this. And then again, some people might like the split view, and you have to keep them equal though, so you can't have like one up here and like one down here. These do move together, so that's kind of cool. I know a lot of people had questions about that. People always ask me, is like, do you need it? No, I don't mind like moving the little thing, but it is kind of neat to like show people, like kind of like the screen and so many other things. Also, speaking of the screen, you get used to the MPGs, or the miles per hour rather, being over there, the speed. I also have it up on my radar detector, so that helps. The only thing is, I often will find myself, if I'm listening to music, leaving the blinkers on, because you're used to seeing the blinker lights right up here, but when they're off on the side to the screen, if you're not hearing it and you didn't remember you put it on, I'm like one of those older people driving around with my blinkers on all day, so I have to be cognizant of that. At least with the autopilot, when you put your blinker on, it moves over to the lane and then turns it off for you. Driving impressions. First ones are, it's pretty quick even. This is the extended battery, so I think it's a little quicker than the 35,000 one when that comes out. But it's definitely, you can definitely feel it's not like a Model S or a Model X, but it still definitely throws you back in the seat. And up to like, even when you have 40 mile an hour and you just floor it, it still throws you back. The handling is good, especially when you put, with the bigger wheels on this one, I think do help with that. And then especially when you put the steering in the stiffest mode, it's really, really firm. Some people might think it's too firm. I like it, and I've gotten used to it like that. There's still a little bit of artificialness, but I would definitely put this kind of like middle of the class sports-wise, and that's not really what it was designed for. But with the rear-wheel drive and the batteries low, I took it into a couple of turns kind of fast, and it sort of does pivot a little bit like a mid-engine car. It's not like a Porsche Cayman or anything like that, but it sort of does have that feel. Those are my initial impressions. I like it so far. I'm really glad I waited 2 years for it and didn't cancel both my reservations. I'll obviously have more thoughts, and you guys will probably have more questions, which you can let me know in the comments as time goes on. But hope that was helpful. There's definitely a learning curve when you get the car. I set aside an entire afternoon just to kind of like learn the car, and would recommend that as well. Oh, I can also do a video on, Till next time, my speedy racers, drive on.